and welcome back. My name is Rebecca Escott, and today I'm going to show you how we are going to cut out this vinyl from AB Designs and place on a tumbler in which I did buy from Amazon that already has a holographic theme to it. This might seem like a tedious task, but really it wasn't. I would say in about 6 to 8 minutes I had this cut out perfectly. And really when you see it on the tumbler, you're going to be like, wow. Like it really, the beauty of the tumbler outweighs the time in which it took to cut this out. Now I would recommend using a decal from AB Designs, but with the white backing. And that way you don't have to cut it down as precisely. Once I got most of it already cut out, I then went back and went into some of the more detailed sections and removed out as much as the white as I possibly could. Now that we have the whole thing cut out, we're going to go ahead and place it right up at the rim of this tumbler. Never minding the stainless steel that appears. You're not going to be able to see that once this vinyl is placed. And you're very carefully just going to wrap this around the rim of the tumbler as you would any other style tumbler. Once you've met up with the other side, then you can take your X-Acto knife and just trim a nice straight line for your seam. Now it's time to go ahead and do the same thing here at the bottom. Now while placing the vinyl down here at the bottom, I went ahead and went a little further down than I normally do, basically giving myself a vinyl allowance, if you will, so that I can use my edge cutting tool to trim that rim and get a nice clean edge. So because we're working with a tapered tumbler, it can be a little bit difficult to prevent this vinyl from getting wonky down here at the bottom. And as you'll notice, when I overlap the two vinyls at the ends, I clearly have a difference in the height, which is exactly why I gave myself that allowance in order for me to now be able to trim the rim here at the bottom, and I'll have a nice straight clean edge. Once we have our bottom taken care of, we can now move to the top. Now you'll notice when I placed the vinyl on the tumbler, I was very close to that edge. This is a brand new blade, which makes this very, very simple to do. So I like to turn the cup at an angle, having my X-Acto knife at an angle, and you'll notice that I get an even trim right around the edge of my tumbler. Doing this now does expose that rim and prevents me from having to sand it later. Just a very quick close-up so that you guys can see just from the effects of using my X-Acto knife to trim that edge. It's the perfect clean rim. This tumbler is now ready to be epoxied with its first coat. For its first coat, I decided to add in some MJ Magic Mix Silver into my epoxy to give this not only that holographic effect that it came with, but a little bit of sparkle as well. For this first coat of epoxy, I am using Fast Set from Counterculture DIY. I also wanted to point out, for if anyone had any concerns, I wanted to rest assure you that this tumbler did not repel this coat of epoxy. It was already an incredible smooth base and the epoxy adhered perfectly fine. Here she is, fully completed. This tumbler did require one more thin final coat and it was completed. This is a very, very simple, especially for beginners, easy to do tumbler. Quite a few people do struggle with the holographic effect, and the blessing of these tumblers is half the battle is already done for you. And all you got to do is dress it up with some vinyl and add a decal if you'd like. These turned out super beautiful. Please let me know down in the comments, what did you think of this tutorial? I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials coming soon. Be sure to come back tomorrow for another fun Christmas tutorial. Until next time, see you soon.